All right, ladies and gentlemen, I'm back. Very deepest apologies for the technical issue. So all y'all seen was just now the host. Yeah. All right. So yes, I'm going to reintroduce again. So a very good evening to all of you. Thank you so much for tuning in and welcome back to Successpedia Asia. In today's series, we are bringing to you someone from Philippines, live from Philippines, Bumper to Bumper, which is the largest car show in Philippines, Manila. And for all those of you who are in Singapore, and whether you're in Singapore, Philippines, or whichever country you're made to stay home, in this whole COVID situation, we hope you are well, and we hope that whatever valuable information that we can bring to you from through Resilience series can encourage you to stay strong in this fight against the COVID-19. All right, so without further ado, let me introduce let me get the most important person for tonight up on air with us. So, Jonathan. Hi, Jonathan.
Hi, good evening, guys. I am Jonathan Chio of Ladder Events Production. We're the proud producers of Hot Import Nights Manila and going 16 years Bumper to Bumper Car Show.
Yes. So I'm so sorry. The first time you coming up, you see such a blooper from technical blooper. Yeah, Jonathan was trying so hard to wave at me, telling me no sound, no sound. Yeah. All right. Yes. So Jonathan, can you share a little bit more about what is bumper to bumper car show are about, Ladders event, and also Hot Import Nights?
Actually, Bumper to Bumper Car Show, or commonly known as B2B, literally started from the bottom. So we really started from the streets. Our battle cry was Car Clubs Unite, because at that time the community was so divided. So our objective is to bring together the car enthusiasts all together in one place and enjoy camaraderie without discrimination of what ride you have, because of course different enthusiasts have different likes, wants, different brands. So we want them to come along together in one place to enjoy the passion for cars. And it was never easy. It was never ending uphill challenge for B2B, but the most important thing is you learn along the way. So as we want to improve Bumper to Bumper Car Show, we franchise Hot Import Nights from US, and then eventually we handled Hot Import Nights in Canada and hopefully in other countries as well. So it's basically one step at a time. Every year we want to improve ourselves. We want to make sure that we do level up for our followers, for our friends in the industry, and for our partners also.
Right. So it's a very huge. So you are the largest car show in Philippines, to say, especially for the events, outdoor events side of it. Am I right to say that?
Yep. When we do our events, we want to make sure that we cater to everyone, and also we want to make sure that the people that let's say goes to the event, we want to entertain them. So both physically speaking for the cars and also for the spectators, we want to make sure that everybody is served well. So we want to entertain as much as possible so that everybody will enjoy. Like aside from Manila, we have the biggest bumper to bumper car show outside Manila is in Iloilo. So it's a province outside Manila, but the crowd, the participants, it's way bigger than the usual car show. So we usually have this top three most number of participants in the country. But basically, in my humble opinion, it's there. We can say that we're the biggest.
Right. Right. All right. We have our viewers, Ben. Ben, greetings from Repstyle Singapore, Repstyle SG. Hi, Ben.
Hi there.
Yeah. Okay, so we are going to go into the first question, which is I think now is the most common question that's going around the world, whether be it in the news or in the media or private interviews or conversations. So that will be, what are your thoughts? What are your thoughts for the current COVID-19 pandemic situation? especially in Philippines, because a lot of our viewers are from Singapore, and we also have a lot of viewers from Philippines as well. So we just want to know more.
Right now, we haven't really flattened the curve, and there are cities that are successful in fighting the virus, and there are also cities that are still trying to control the virus. So it's like a give and take thing, but I'm hoping that each city will learn from one another. Same with countries, we learn from one another. So as any country in the world, our governments, they learn through the process, because this is like the first time. It's really hard. It's really hard. And when you say in the business or in the industry, as of the moment, businesses are very affected. All kinds of business, but everybody's eager to come back. You get that optimism from everybody that they want to come back stronger. But I know most people are waiting for the chance to come back. So we'll just have to find a way to survive, stay prepared, and focused.
Right. But how's the situation in Manila itself? Because okay, so in Singapore we read a lot. The only thing that connects us is through news and everything. So we have news about how hard your president is coming in on this whole situation.
Yes.
But yet at the same time, we know that some of the news are biased. So we just want to hear from you on the ground as the citizens there. How is the Philippines controlling this situation, especially in Manila?
Yeah. Here in Metro Manila, of course, yeah, on my side, I'll say I'll be supporting the president because he's the leader
Yes.
of the land. So I'll be supporting him all the way. It's basically, let's just say that everybody's adjusting to the situation, and not everybody is happy with the iron fist, or not everybody is happy with the strict rules. But this is the way for most of the Filipinos. We would love to see stricter in enforcing all the rules for the lockdown, because this is the only way we can, flatten the curve. Our president, in my humble opinion, is a good one. He's not the perfect one. He's not even the president that would say all the right words, but we feel that, we feel his heart. We know he's very sincere in what he's doing.
Right, right. Is Manila facing a semi-lockdown like Singapore? We are not really in a lockdown position, but if you read on the news, Singapore itself, we are going through this thing called circuit breaker. So
Yes.
whereby only essential businesses are allowed to continue, while even media company, production company like mine, we are not allowed to go back to work. We're not allowed to go back to our studio and stuff like this. So, and we can only go out to buy food, buy essential equipments, and maybe self-exercise. That means you can only exercise alone or with your family members. So how is it? Is it the same in Philippines?
We call it here. We call it enhanced community quarantine, or ECQ. So it's
ECQ.
basically it's basically like a semi lockdown, but the difference with Singapore is you have your exercise time. So here we only have a few hours of our time that we can go out. So each family will have one quarantine pass. So it's like if you're so if you're like the, let's say, the leader of the family or the head of the family, you'll be given one quarantine pass. So for you to buy the essentials, what you need at home. So this pass will serve as your passport going outside. So during the first 2 weeks, it was effective in a way, but for the past few days and weeks, some people are, taking advantage of the situation. So sometimes they go out like with a couple, So that's a bad thing. So we want the leniency to be taken away and bring the stricter measures for this one.
Right, right. Actually, it's a lot the same in Singapore. Some of the citizens are actually um, just trying their luck. They are not wearing the mask when they go out, or because we are not allowed to eat at the food stores anymore. You can only take away. So we have people still eating there. and then saying that, oh, because I want the food to be warm, oh, because I stay very far. So yeah, so in I think in all countries, everyone, the moment we lock close up for too long, we go a bit haywire.
Yeah, usually like that. Yeah, we go
All right.
insane.
Yeah, we go insane. Yes. All right. So viewers, if you have any questions for Jonathan, please feel free to put in the comments. And Jonathan and myself, most of it, Jonathan will try to answer your question, whether it be regards to the things going on in Manila, or whether it be business related or industry related questions. Okay. So Jonathan, now going on to the next question, how bad do you think the impact on events scene is during this COVID-19 pandemic situation?
Actually, it's really pretty bad. Same thing with our neighboring countries. Like we have our friends from Malaysia, Japan, Singapore, even in other countries. So it's really bad. So we have rescheduled 6 events, including Hot Import Nights Manila, the one you attended last year. It was
Yes.
supposed to be May 9 and 10, but because of the status in the US and also the status here, so we have to reschedule everything. But it's okay because of the rescheduling, it was like a blessing in disguise. Some of our friends from Asia, they open up their schedule to attend to our event. So it's just one blessing in disguise also, and it's pretty bad because we have no idea, or we can't even set a time for us to come back because, of course, social distancing. When you go
Yes.
to a car show, there's no way you can say social distancing because it's crowded, and you can't make people move around without hitting each other. So basically, that's a problem here. If we will be enforcing another lockdown or something like that, I think the malls are not yet operational by then, and the venues for large events, they are not yet ready to open this kind of activities and events. So basically, it's pretty bad. But one good thing also is everybody's eager. We have 3 cities, local government units in 3 different cities that contacted us and said that, hey, Jonathan, um, get ready, be on standby. If everything is lifted up and we have the vaccine, we want to bring you to our city and make sure that the event is like, we call, actually, the title of our event is Freedom. It's Freedom Car
Wow.
Meet or Freedom Meet, something like that. So hopefully that day would come. That's the good thing about the situation also is we touch base with different personalities. We touch base with local government units also, and also our friends from Asia. So everybody's experiencing the same thing, and we
Yes.
play by the ear when the event will be available for everyone to enjoy again.
Yes. So you mentioned about with all the closure of the events is not being able to run. This also means not just big events like yourself, but the smaller ones, right? Uh, Maybe say, for example, small little road shows are also not allowed in Philippines. I'm just curious, how about the street food stores?
Um, right now, for the food F&B, the food and beverage business, they are open at a certain time. They are allowed for just for takeaway or for deliveries. So there's no more dine in. You can't dine inside the restaurant. So the food business, it's moving. So
It's
it's
still moving.
not as, yeah, it's not as big as before, but at least it's moving compared to what we're doing, because literally there are no events and no activities going around the country. So for the food business, the good thing about Filipinos, they find ways. So they want to earn a little on the side, so they know how to cook and they sell their food. So that's a good thing about Filipinos. We strive hard to survive.
Right. Do you know Singapore McDonald's is closed?
Wow.
All
Oh,
McDonald's. Yeah. So is Jollibee
McDonald's, they
still
have,
open in Philippines?
some are open, and even Starbucks, they tried opening 1 or 2 stores, having drive-through, but the line is too long, so they have to close down again. So everybody's eager to go out, especially milk tea. So the
Yes.
milk tea shops or boutiques or whatever, they are usually open because
Right.
everybody craving for milk tea.
Ah, okay. It's the same in Singapore. We had a meme, a picture saying that one of the most important thing in COVID is bubble tea, milk
Oh
tea,
yeah, yeah,
milk tea, and toilet rolls.
yeah. And there's even one who gave me a 1 gallon of milk tea for me to drink
Oh,
anytime I want.
oh my goodness. Yes. All right. So yeah. Um. Okay. So do you think? Sorry. How bad is the business in COVID? Uh, okay, so we are talking about milk tea. Someone contributed to you. So B2B has actually contributed back to the society. I know of this because I've seen you posting. I've seen your friends posting as well. You are going out there delivering a lot of things. For example, like necessities, like food, like rice and everything. So can you share a little bit on uh, what is B2B doing as a whole to help the community to fight?
Okay. The humanitarian efforts of B2B is just small in a way, but you know, at this situation, little or big things does help a lot. So it's very important nowadays, as long as you are helping out sincerely in the community. Since day one of quarantine, we partnered with Helping Hands PH. So Helping Hands PH, it's like a volunteer group. So we have our co-donors, co-volunteers in that group. So
Mm,
we distribute donations, relief goods, and medical items also. We are thankful that our co-donors and co-volunteers, from friends in the car community to our new found friends. So basically, at the beginning, these are like strangers coming together. And
mm,
in our little ways, we want to show appreciation first to our frontliners. We want to make them feel that they're very appreciated at this situation. We want to extend a helping hand to the needy, and at the end of the day, we want to extend, God's love to everyone. We want to make sure that everybody feels, some love. Because
right,
if you don't make them feel loved, I'm definitely they will be insane at this situation. So I'm also happy that aside from our group, other car community friends, they are also helping out in their own way,
mm,
which is good. It may be discouraging at times when we run out of goods to give, or sometimes even frustrating when you see hard-headed people going out to the streets, not following the lockdown rules. But we all know that the only way to survive from this dilemma is to support one another. So since day one, as much as we can help, we help. As much as we want to give, we give. So since day one, so it's really tiring, but at the end of the day, you make people happy. It's very satisfying.
right, right. So that's your inspiration. How's your team? How's your crew taking it on? Because sometimes it is the boss that wants to help, right? And then
Mhm.
situations we be realistic. The boss wants to help, and then the staff wants to rest, but the boss wants them to. So
Yeah.
how is your team taking it on? Are they motivated like you?
At the beginning of the quarantine, it was just like a solo flight. So I want to make sure that my team, all of them will be safe and healthy. So I said, I'm gonna try it on my own,
Mm,
and I'm gonna partner with Helping Hands, other friends to also help out. But at the end of the day, I can only do so much. So I said to my team, since some of you are nearby and healthy, and some of you, because even at this quarantine, we also have work from home, and all of them, they also have their salaries. So I want
yes.
to make sure that my employees, whether you're full-time or part-time, you have your salary or you have your allowance. So I said, maybe one way of helping me out is maybe volunteer yourself for 1 day or 2 days. So sometimes they come to the office, help repacking the relief goods, and sometimes We go to different places and we help each other out. So it's a good thing also. I want them to feel also that helping is one way of, one way of reaching out to the community, and it's one good thing also for them to experience.
Yeah. How big is your team size currently that's helping you?
Right now, for the our office team, we're around 8, and we have our own production team, meaning the people from the warehouse, personnels like our securities, our bouncers, our production staff. So it depends. Sometimes we go as much as 40, sometimes less than 20. So it depends. But our full-time team is 8 of us.
The full-time team is 8 of you. All right.
Yes.
That's nice. Okay. Viewers, do you have any questions for Jonathan over here? It can be anything regards to the events industry. It can be anything regards to the things that he's helping out, or if you are from the Philippines, you want to help out the helping hands, right, Jonathan?
Yep. We also have one viewer, Sir Jimmy Chua is also one of our co-donors and co-volunteers.
Oh,
So he's right now,
right,
which is good.
right. All right. Okay. So yeah, I just want to hear from you as well. Do you think Asia is doing a good job in the fight? Because just now you shared how Philippines is actually doing. So in your opinion, maybe you can even share how you feel Singapore is fighting it, and how Asia as a whole is fighting this whole COVID.
Yeah, in a way, Asia as a whole is doing well, but I think we can still do better. The leaders, I think, should strictly enforce the rules, and all of
Mhm.
us should be extra careful nowadays. So, it's because there's even a saying, we don't have the worst president, we have the worst citizens, something like that. So if you
Right.
don't follow the rule of law, you don't follow what rules that are meant to be followed, then it's your fault. It's not the fault of the government. So as much as possible, all the leaders should be strict enforcing the law. There's no win-win situation at the moment, but it's better to be safe than sorry. It will be very hard for our leaders to decide what's best for everyone, but I always pray that all of our leaders will succeed. Let's pray for them because they are our leaders.
Yes. All right. So we have Helping Hands Philippines. Thanks to you,
Yeah,
Alvarez, right? All
yeah,
right. And then we also have Hiller, Johnny Lightning.
yeah.
Hello.
He's also he's customizing motorcycles.
Oh, he's
So he's
customizing
also one of our
motorcycles.
friends from the car community and for the bike community.
Wow. Okay. Okay. Yeah. So, talking about the modifying of cars and motorcycles. So I just want to know, for B2B, how did you evolve and make sure, because the events was actually stopped, how did you actually evolve and make sure that events still go on? I know recently you guys did something very, very, a big transformation. Can you share a little bit? How do you guys do it, or what did you guys do?
Yeah, actually, the first week when we had the enhanced community quarantine, what we did was we had an online car and motorbike show. So
Mm-hmm.
it's for free, everybody can join. So our objective at that time is to bring some positivity to the community. But sometimes wisdom like that, it's a blessing. Maybe it's like actually it's a blessing because at that moment we have no idea that we reached 4.1 million in our Facebook page in a week. So it was very successful because we had around more than 5,000 who joined the activity online. So we can still actually extend it, but we have to make sure that we have enough time
Right.
to really check on the winners.
So is the event moved online? People, so everyone can see the models, the car show, and everything.
Yeah, actually, it's just very simple. anywhere around the Philippines. If you want to join, just comment the picture of your ride and just indicate the owner and all the modifications you did. So, and then we get them all together, we put them in one album, and then we upload them. So we have actually prizes for we call it the top 25 per division. We have the motorcycle division, the car division, and the off-road division. So we have whatever that we have internally from our partners or sponsors, we usually give it to them. So, everybody has the chance to win as long as we make them vote. Other people vote for them. So
Right.
it's like a online voting. So if you have enough
Oh,
friends, if you're very active online, then it's very good that you have lots of friends because it's a clear advantage. It's a different thing from the actual car show or from the actual event, but still, we received so many good feedbacks. They said, instead of focusing on the negativities they see on the news feed, they have at least a chance to, showcase their passion, showcase what they love. So
mm,
every week we have different activities for the community. We started the car shop features. So we
mm,
feature car shops that participated in our bumper to bumper car shows. And right
nice.
now we have car clubs. So we want to encourage everyone to join car clubs.
Mm,
So that's our next thing. And then few weeks ago, we also had the Cars and Kids. So we had our partner sponsoring the diecast collectible toys for the top 10, I think top 10 winners. So you
mm,
just submit your car with your kid, and then the sponsor will get top 10 winners. So we want people to be engaged online,
wow.
focusing on what they love. Because at the end of the day, if you keep on focusing on in all the negativities that you see online, then we go back to being insane.
Yes. So it's really wonderful. So it's just using a very simple Facebook social media platform, and then you're able to bring an offline event to online where everyone comes in to interact. So we can also interact from Singapore and vote. Correct.
Yeah. Yes.
Yeah.
So when we decided with that online activity,
Mm,
we want to make sure that people are engaged into things that they love. Because right now, because of this quarantine or this lockdown, everybody's a better chef, everybody's a better DJ because they do this stuff. So I want to
yes.
make sure that at this moment in time, if you're not doing like cooking or being a DJ or anything, if you're not like a workout trainer or something, you can still do what you love. If you love your
Mm,
car, if you love modifying your car, this is the right time to think what will what will you do next with your car. So we want to make sure that if they're looking for an upgrade, they
yep.
look at our friends, our shops. And if they want to learn more, they can join the car clubs. So we want them to feel that way. We don't want
Right.
them to feel insane.
So this is the resilience we are talking about, not letting something just because of the COVID, you stop B2B, you stop all the car show, but the resilience to make sure it goes on, and then the supporters, the fans still have something to engage. But I think, Jonathan, I'm really, really very proud to have you as a friend as well. It's so good to see that it didn't just stop, it grew. I think
Yeah.
it grew with the
Yeah.
event.
Because when we had the online activity, we had around 370,000 followers.
Yes.
So our objective is just to grow in a way that, one by one or a thousand each day, something like that. We
Mm,
had no idea. We had no idea that it grew to around 400, almost 420,000 followers. So these are the
wow.
things that
Wow. Wow.
because of the passion that the community has, they want to engage in this kind of activity, not because they only love cars. Actually, they just want to have some positivity also online.
Wow. Awesome. Awesome. Yes. Do you think this whole thing can be modeled in Singapore. That means we have a digital something because it's held in Philippines. So we can have a
Yeah.
voting only for Singaporeans, and then maybe
Yeah. Actually, there are, I think, three inquiries. One for Canada,
uh-huh.
one for Dubai, and the third one is from Malaysia. They said that
Wow.
can they join? Can they even send their photos or something like that? But we want to do that on the next step because we also have our prizes. So we usually give these prizes. We deliver them. It's either we deliver them or we have this like awarding after this lockdown. So if we have something for Singapore, Malaysia, or other countries, we want to make sure that at the end of the day, they will have their, prizes. They have something, they have a gift from us.
Right.
So that's
Yes.
our concern.
Just fly the winner there.
I wish, I wish.
Ah, all right, great. Thanks for the sharing. Okay, yeah. So, hi, Jonathan, sir. Uh, who is this? This Jingmer. How do you pronounce that?
I think Jingmer, I'm not so sure
Jingmer.
also.
Okay, and Trisha said
Yeah,
thank you for sending positive to the community.
Trisha,
Right, and Alvarez have said today one of the successful sharing uh, was to help out the tricycle drivers who have been
yeah,
forced to stop operating. Wow, wow, really is truly helping the people who are in need, people who are badly affected.
yeah.
Yeah.
Actually, that's a good thing about the community. If you focus on the positive things, then you can help more. Because if you rely on so much negative stuff, then you'll be
Mm,
stuck in that negative life forever. So that's a good thing about the community now. There are gracious donors. There are
yes.
also volunteers who spend so much time outside. And our wish is everybody, all the volunteers or even the frontliners would be safe. We should stay healthy at all times.
Right. Jonathan, I have a question. Everyone must be thinking that, oh, because Jonathan is a boss of a very, very big company, events company, you have biggest car show and everything. So money to you is nothing. But can we clarify this that in this period of time, bumper to bumper has no revenue because events have
Yeah.
actually dropped? Is that right?
Yeah, that's 100% correct because even our partners, our sponsors, out of respect to them, if they say that, can you hold on to the check that's due for next week, then we have to oblige because um, one thing I want to make sure that the team is following is you don't need to be greedy, you know all of us can survive. Maybe we'll be losing money for the next few months because I still have overhead like the rentals, the warehouse, the
Mm,
personnel. But that's the way it should be because as of now we play by the ear. We don't know what's gonna happen, so 100% we're very affected. 100% that we don't have any income for the next maybe few months,
right,
and hopefully we can see a vaccine by then. And then every week, the commitment I have to my team is every week we'll be having events so that our
right,
commitment to our partners and sponsors, we can always give them back the trust.
right. Your cousin said hi, Jonathan. Right below. Your cousin.
He's from UAE.
He's from
Hi,
UAE.
June.
Wow.
Yeah,
Wow. How do you pronounce the name? June, right? June Cho.
yeah, June. Yeah.
Hi,
So
June. Yeah, June Cho. Right. Yes. So it's really, really amazing. People like you, not just in Philippines, with people like you in Singapore, in Malaysia, we do have a lot of people that they used to be very successful. I mean, they are still successful with their business and everything, but due to this COVID, all income has collapsed. But rather on focusing on trying to rebuild their business and everything, the first thing in their mind, like yourself, is placing the community, placing the people ahead first.
yeah,
And yeah, I think it's really,
it's
really a
very
wonderful.
it's very important that you have to continue what you're doing. whether it's online or on site, you have to continue the passion, because um, if you stop at somewhere, then people will only remember you from the last one. Meaning, if you're doing events, people will remember you from the last event. So if
Right.
you want to do something good to the community, um, you give them something to look forward to. It's not
Yes.
every day that you see this online activities and thing. Actually, right now there's so much going on online, which is very good for me.
Right. Wow, your fans supporters are coming in. We have Roy.
Oh, yes, yes.
Roy says hi, and then we
Yeah, we
have
have, yeah,
Han
and
Chi.
Roy. Yeah, Hans is also one of my former classmates. Hi,
Wow.
Hans. And Roy is our photographer. So he's
Oh,
been following Bumper to Bumper Car Show more than 10 years ago, I think.
wow. Awesome. Awesome.
He usually goes to the car show for the models. Just kidding. Just kidding,
Yes,
Roy.
bumper to bumper. I mean, even though it's a joke, but for our viewers, especially for those in Singapore who has no idea or have not known about bumper to bumper car show really has great models. I went there last year, right, Jonathan? Yeah,
Yeah,
really.
you were at stage and enjoying everything. Oh, it's a secret. I'm so sorry about that.
Yes, yes. So I was on at the backstage with the luxury of being served as a VIP and VVIP, and I really, really do appreciate it. Yes. Yeah. So Bumper to Bumper has great models where they actually pick out the winners will get to tour around
Yeah.
Philippines, US, and to Australia as well, working with the associates of HIN
Yeah.
Import Nights, US. All right.
We
Yeah.
call them certified B2B babes, and they usually have talents. It's
Mm,
either they dance, or they sing, or they can co-host, or they can be very charming and accommodating with everybody. So that's one thing we're proud of is when you say certified B2B babes,
mm,
they are legit, meaning they know what they're doing. They're not just there for they're not just there for being like a flower vase. So
right.
we want to also learn every step of the way.
So they have their talent, like they can DJ, they can sing,
Yeah,
um, they can host, they can really do a lot of things, not just flower vase and then staying there
yeah.
looking pretty. All right. Wow. Okay. Yes. Jonathan, I have this question for you. I don't know how can we link it, but because events offline has stopped, do you think there is a way to bring events through live streaming? Example, car show, we have the live videographer and then doing live show, and then people can do their voting and stuff like this. Do you think there is a chance for that to happen?
Yeah, it is effective in a way, but let's just say it will be effective at a certain moment in time. It's not effective as always, because one thing we are one of our um, motto for the company or for the production team is we call it SEE. So C, meaning you showcase what you have, you exhibit it, and then we want people to experience it. So it's SEE. So it's C. So we want to make sure that, let's say you're one of our sponsors, we want to make sure that we showcase it properly and
Mm-hmm.
exhibit it in all of our events, and we
Mm-hmm.
want to make sure people experience the product.
Mm,
So that's our when we for our sponsors, and then for our car show, the competition, we want everybody to also showcase what they have, showcase their ride, and
mm,
then once they showcase their ride, they will also exhibit their passion, meaning exhibit whatever they have in the car, and then I want them to experience also the feeling of being a car enthusiast amongst car enthusiasts. So
wow.
sometimes we also learn from one another.
Right.
Even when I was starting doing cars, modifying cars way back 16, 17 years ago, the only thought that I have is you can always easily modify. That was my first inkling of modification. Sometimes you put let's say rally art supposed to be for Mitsubishi, you put them in a Nissan car, or you put Nismo to a Toyota car. So, those are the basic things that we learn along the way. That's why I
Mm,
want people to experience the actual thing. But for the meantime, the online community, it's helpful. But my only wish for the online community is less discrimination of one another. Meaning, if you have a nice car, if you have a supercar, it doesn't mean that you can discriminate the cars that does not belong to your level. Same thing with everyone. If you have passion for the audio, for sound system and stuff, you can't always laugh with people that doesn't appreciate audio. So something like that. Less discrimination for everyone in the community.
mm, right. Wow. Okay. So, Jonathan, I just want to ask you personally, what is your current greatest wish?
Oh, I think it's the same with everybody. We're wishing that when we wake up tomorrow morning, vaccine is available already. Every morning, when the first thing I wake up is, aside from communicating to my family, the first thing I do is check the news. And before I sleep, before closing my eyes, I'm gonna check the news if there's a vaccine available. So my current wish is, I'm wishing that all of this pandemic, all this crisis will be over very soon, because one this is one big thing that's happening around the world, and I wish that this will be over very, very, very soon.
Right. So that's your current greatest wish. My greatest wish is, of course, the same thing. But I also wish at the same time that everyone would take it positively. And yeah, I think staying positive is really, really very important. Really, very, very important, because if we don't stay positive, if we are not sane, we go insane in this period during the
Yeah,
lockdown or whatsoever, right? Um, what I foresee, not just in Singapore, not just in Philippines, I think it's in the world. Depression is definitely coming to set in. Um, you might even have suicide rates picking up.
yeah,
People who lose their jobs, families are being affected. Teenagers, because of the parents' struggle, they lose their sense of direction. I think all this social problem is going to arise. So this whole impact beyond is beyond health. It not just
yeah,
affects health, it affects businesses, and it also affects mental issues. So yeah, I hope everyone who is watching this, whether you're watching it live or you're watching it a replay, and you have watched until this part, I hope everyone can stay positive and take care of each other, look out for each other, especially for the mental health issues and struggles. Yeah. All right. So, Jonathan, I'm just one more thing that I want to ask you. If you have something to say, is there anything you want to tell the viewers? You want to say to the viewers?
Um, Actually, first of all, thank you, Successpedia, for making all this possible, because one positive um, one positive thing will lead to another positive thing. So I always tell that to my team, that if you make the negativities invade your thoughts and your heart, then it will always lead to another negative output or negative result. So congratulations, Successpedia, for being positive at this time. And then on the personal note, I just want everybody to remember this. Always do your best in everything that you do. Do your best, being the best person that you can be, not for fame, not for accolades, but for your loved ones, and of course for God. And life will always be challenging. It will always have bitterness in it, but never give up, because sooner or later, as I've said, God will reward you at the right moment, at the right place, with the right people. So I'm a firm believer of that. There's no such thing as wrong time, wrong person. There's always a right moment at the right place at the right time. So that's all. Thank you again. Stay home, stay healthy with your mind, heart, and body. So it's very important, stay healthy with your mind, heart, and body. God guide us all for always, and you can always visit our page, facebook.com/B2B Car Show, and follow us on Instagram, that Instagram /bumper to bumper car show.
Bumper two, the letter two.
Number two,
Yeah,
yes.
bumper two, bumper car show.
Car show.
So
And Facebook B2B also, two, number two.
yes, all right. And don't forget about Successpedia.asia on Facebook. You search Successpedia.asia, you'll find us. Yeah. So yeah, thank you so much, Jonathan. We are very, very blessed and honored to have you. Truly a man who has lived up to the status of being a great entrepreneur, a great businessman, but yet not forgetting about the people around you, not forgetting about the community, and innovating, showing the resilience to fight through this COVID-19. All right. Yep. Thank you so much, Jonathan. So
Thank you.
yeah, maybe you want to say goodbye to your supporters and fans, to viewers.
No, they're no fans. They're just friends. Everybody, actually, even our followers, when we see them during our events, I consider them as friends. Even if I don't remember all their names, if we recognize them, we consider them as a friend, because we want to have a community full of friends and family. So actually, I just would like to thank everybody. Um, Keep safe, and of course, stay home. And God bless you all. Thank you.
All right. Thank you. Goodbye. Bye, Jonathan.
Bye. Thank you.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for your time with us. Once again, for those of you who have been with us all the way to the end, or for those of you who were not with us at the start, I just want to apologize on the technical glitch on the mute. So we were muted at the start. So yeah, if you can hear some water sound, it's because in Singapore we are in a situation where we are all made to stay at home. So I'm at home now. So someone is actually using the tap. So you hear some water flushing. So, all right. So, tomorrow, who do we have? Tomorrow we have with us, live, Javier Xiao, the general manager of PGFN. So, PGFN is actually one of the hawkers in Singapore that actually grew. It has been around for many, many years. Started from as a family business. The parents was running it, and then eventually they grew to a hawker or a store with a lot of stores in Singapore. So we will be having him. He'll be sharing insights to hawkers, the F&B scene, and how they are battling and helping the community against the COVID-19 situation. So, yep. Thank you so much for joining us. We really hope we will see you tomorrow. Like our Facebook, share our Facebook, and yep. I guess Desmond, the host, signing out. See you tomorrow.